Cool, we're good.
All right.
Oh man. Uh, I'm sure you saw Cat 4.
Yeah, I did. I saw it. Um,
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about that movie, and to be honest, I have a lot to say about it too.
yeah,
Uh,
I do too.
I'll let you go first, and then I'll kind of talk about my thoughts on it.
Okay. Um, I went in with obviously really low expectations because the reviews were very mixed. Uh, it was like split down the middle for the critics. So I wasn't expecting it to be good, but I thought it surpassed my expectations. I thought it was actually really entertaining. I thought Harrison Ford gave one of the best performances out of all the MCU. Uh, I don't want to say villain. He wasn't really the villain, but his performance was really good. I liked Anthony Mackie. Uh, the side character. I don't know his name. I forgot his name. I thought he was really good too. The new Falcon, I guess.
Yeah, what? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I liked the Isaiah character. Uh, I don't think it was a perfect movie though. You could tell some of the editing was a little choppy. Um, Same for a few of the action scenes, a little choppy. But it wasn't enough to like bring the movie down for me or anything. It was noticeable, but I didn't really care. I was still enjoying the movie. Yeah, I gave it like a 4 out of 5. I really liked it. Uh,
yeah.
oh, and there is I forgot his name. The Breaking Bad Gus. What's his name?
Giancarlo Esposito. He was Sidewinder in the movie.
Yeah, I thought his whole arc in the movie was probably the only like really disappointing thing for me. I felt like you could take his whole character out and probably nothing would have changed, honestly.
Yeah, it's
Like,
funny that you mentioned that because his character was entirely added in reshoots for the film.
yeah, you can tell. It's noticeable. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go into my thoughts and then we'll probably just go into the overall conversation surrounding this movie because there was a lot going on with this movie in terms
hmm
of not just its impact on the MCU, but its political impact and the future of
hmm
Marvel, after this and whether, we're headed in the right direction or not. But um, personally, for myself, I'm a huge Marvel fan. I mean, I'm even wearing like a Marvel shirt right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I like 90% of the stuff they put out, with like a
hmm
couple of exceptions, that being Secret Invasion and then the Marvels. But yeah, for the most part, I enjoy all of these, and I enjoyed this one too. I had a
Yeah.
really good time with it. Like you said, I really like the supporting cast, like Isaiah Bradley. I thought he
hmm
was amazing in the movie.
Oh,
Harrison
yeah.
really stepped up to play Thunderbolt Ross, giving him a really interesting arc.
hmm
I think, one thing I enjoyed about this movie that we didn't really get with some of the other ones is that this really ties some of the loose holes in phases 4 and 5. Even in phase
Yeah.
one, like the Incredible Hulk, right? We see spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, but we see the leader, we see the Celestial, right? There's like a whole
hmm
action sequence in surrounding the Celestial Island.
Yeah.
We do get introduced to Adamantium in the MCU for the first time.
hmm
So there's a lot going on when it comes to universe building in the movie, and I really
Yeah.
enjoyed that. So I thought it was pretty cool. And again, I had a fun time with it. The action, it's good. I
hmm
don't think it's spectacular, but it's fun. I think that's actually
Yeah.
the word for it. It's really fun.
hmm
Um, and
The
that's
third act was amazing.
yeah, the movie's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And again, I think nowadays people will use that term as like a bad thing, but I don't think
hmm
that's necessarily the case when it comes to this film. I think if you're a big fan of really any of the Marvel movies or just the
Hmm.
characters or anything in general, I don't see why you wouldn't enjoy this movie. So,
Yeah,
and
that's
plus, I
why
think,
I'm just
yeah, I
I'm
think this
like,
is far better than some of the other previous superhero movies that came out. Like, I think this is better than The Flash. I think this is better
hmm
than like something like Black Adam. I think this is better than a lot of the MCU shows that have come out, like She-Hulk and Miss Marvel.
oh yeah,
Far better than any of those. So, in my opinion, this I think Marvel is headed on the right track. But
yeah,
with that being said, I think well, I've been reading a lot of the negative reviews
hmm
for this movie and a lot of the complaints, and I got to be honest, I think a lot of them are fairly valid. I think I
hmm
don't really disagree with them. I've heard complaints saying that the directing is uninspired and that the cinematography isn't great. You may disagree
hmm
with that. I find that complaint to be valid, and
hmm
I'm not going to disagree with them. I think there's also been some arguments saying that Sam Wilson does not have a character arc in this movie, which I also agree with. I do not think Sam Wilson has any kind of arc or any kind of character growth in this movie. I think all of that was in Falcon and Winter Soldier, and if you didn't see that movie, you would probably be confused watching this one, because this
yeah,
relies on watching Eternals, The Incredible Hulk,
hmm
pretty much the Avengers movies.
yeah. I saw. I think it was John Campea who said he thinks the miniseries did actually a disservice to Falcon because if you didn't watch that show, then you don't know his arc really going into this movie, which
I
kind of would ruin it for newcomers to this character. And I think he's right about that.
I agree 100%.
Hmm.
He's absolutely right because not only does it do that, but it also makes Sam Wilson seem like a TV character,
Yeah.
like
Hmm.
someone who is in movie level territory. I think him showing up in a show first kind of hurted him.
Yeah, it did.
So, because of that, I just don't think people were as excited about this movie as they have been for other Captain America movies.
Yeah.
I'm not to say that he can't get there, that he can't become, a main lead eventually,
Hmm.
but it's going to take some time.
Yeah, I hope it does well at the box office.
Yeah.
But I saw like the cinema score was like a B minus, which is the lowest in Marvel history, and I'm like, what? It just kind of shocked me because there's, like you said, there's been way worse. This is not a bad movie.
I don't
So it
like
just,
the movie.
hmm
But for me, I'm kind of seeing this as like I don't dislike it, but
hmm
I understand why people would dislike it
hmm
because I don't really disagree with the complaints about the movie. Like I said, I think it's valid. Again, people are complaining that Captain America doesn't fight Captain America villains. I think that's a valid complaint, right?
hmm
Now that doesn't bother me because, I'm like a big comic book reader. I read
hmm
stories where characters face off villains that aren't part of the rogues gallery like all the time.
Yeah,
If you're like the casual moviegoer, it just seems weird to you. It's like, why is Captain America fighting these Hulk villains? It doesn't
yeah,
make sense.
hmm
I think that's a valid complaint, right?
yeah,
Like I said, it doesn't bother me, but I can see where people are coming from.
hmm
So I think, when it comes to Marvel, I think there's a lot that Marvel can learn from this movie that they should take into account in the future. And one
yeah,
of those is that they should make things simple, right? You should have characters fight their own villains, not get too convoluted with the world, right? I think having to watch like so much stuff prior to
hmm
this movie kind of hurt it a little bit.
yeah, it did.
And I think also one other thing that Marvel should do in the future is not hire inexperienced directors for big budget movies like this.
Yeah, the directors didn't really have anything. I
Yeah.
saw that. They hadn't done anything great, so
Yeah, I think Marvel needs to hire more experienced talent, especially when you're trying to, you know, get a character off the ground and a character like Sam Wilson, right? So
hmm
I think if you're trying to do something like this where it's going to be a very important film, you really need to like make sure you have some good talent in order to make that happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, and again, it's like I said before, I think a lot of the complaints are valid, and a lot of them I found to be pretty genuine. There wasn't a lot of issues where people were just bitching about, stupid crap, saying like the movie was political, because I gotta be honest with you, I this was probably the least controversial and least political Marvel movie I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
There was absolutely nothing political or controversial in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, some people like that. On the other hand, though, if you want a more political film, because this is Captain America after all,
Mm-hmm.
so you're not going to get that substance with this movie.
Yeah,
That
I feel like they wanted to do it, and every time they were getting there, they like pulled back.
Yeah,
So
yeah, because again, that substance was in Falcon and Winter Soldier,
yeah, it was.
and not in this movie. So
Mm-hmm.
again, you can blame whoever you want for that, but you have, again, because Marvel didn't go in that direction, a lot of people, well, from what I've noticed, not as many people are bitching about the politics of the movie, but at the same time, like the movie doesn't have a lot of like meat to it, you know?
Yeah.
It's a hard,
And
it's
then
a,
I saw some people complaining, do you think it was wrong of them to market the Red Hulk so much? Or did you not have a problem with it?
honestly, I do think it was an issue. Having
Yeah,
said
me too.
so, it was definitely an issue because they play it up as if, as if it's like a big reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Again, didn't really bother me because I feel like down the line, the movie, like you're not going to get that feeling, a few years from now because, it's just going to kind of happen on its own. I think this is a movie that I think is going to be looked upon a little bit better over time without
Yeah.
marketing surrounding it because also
Mm-hmm.
the leader was spoiled from internet leaks and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. I actually that surprised me.
Oh, you
I
didn't
didn't know he was.
know?
No, my dad looked over. I was like, "Is that?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's he's from the Incredible Hulk." I was like, "Oh, that's so cool."
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So
So
you
I.
know, okay, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I did know because it was I knew about it like years ago. They announced it at like D23.
Oh,
Like a
okay.
long time. Yeah, so this was like an official announcement. He was like in the cast. Like if you looked up on IMDb, he was there.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a big reveal. He was even in like a couple of TV spots. So Marvel did market it, probably not as much as they did with Red Hulk, but it was
Mm-hmm.
confirmed that Tim Blake Nelson was in the movie. But yeah, going forward, they cannot keep doing stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
There's multiple leaks and whatnot.
Yeah, I saw a lot of comments that were like, "Wow, Red Hulk's in it for like this much time," but I thought it was such a cool part of the movie, and the CGI looked amazing.
It
That was
did, yeah.
probably the best the Hulk has ever looked. I thought that CGI was awesome.
Yeah, the VFX were definitely a lot better here.
Oh yeah, the that part you said with the celestial in the ocean, I thought all that looked amazing too. That's one of the best parts in the movie.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I thought it was a good movie. It's just a lot of
Hmm.
people, maybe they're out to get the MCU. I don't know, but
Because I would rank this probably my third favorite Cap movie. Yeah, it would probably go Winter Soldier, Civil War, and then this one, and then the first Captain America movie. So yeah, I really like this movie.
I would, to me, this is my least favorite, mainly
Hmm.
because I don't think this movie has a lot of substance. I don't think this movie is iconic as some of the other ones, but I still enjoyed it. I don't hate
Yeah.
it.
Hmm.
But again, I think this is a pretty clear path for what Marvel needs to do forward. And just one
Hmm.
issue I've seen with the MCU, and again, a lot of people are saying, oh, like Marvel's putting out too many projects. I don't
Hmm.
think that's an issue. I think the main problem I have is that they're introducing too many new characters. Like, holy crap. Like, come on, we have an Avengers movie coming up like next year. None
Hmm.
of it has been really set up. I mean, I guess the majority of it is going to be in Fantastic Four, which better do well. Marvel better pray that does well, because if it doesn't do well, I mean, they're screwed.
Do you think this Cat movie's not going to do well?
Not as well as Marvel would like it to.
I saw the break even's like 400 mil. It's good they didn't spend a lot on the budget.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I gotta see what
Hmm.
the second drop looks like. The second
Yeah.
drop. That'll be a real indicator of how things are.
Hmm. Yeah, it will. At least there's no competition besides like I'm seeing the monkey tonight.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah. Other than that, it doesn't have any competition, so we'll see.
Yeah,
And
I'm
a horror movie like that's not gonna take it out, you know.
got it. No, it won't.
Yeah. No, it won't.
So I don't know. W- Captain America 4 does that. It does have that on its side, but
Hmm.
who knows? Who knows, really?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Marvel's in a weird place right now because, like I said, they have an Avengers movie coming up. No real lineup. Just a bunch of
That's what
characters.
that's another complaint. I was talking to someone at work and they were like, It just felt empty. Like there was no like mainstream characters in it." And I was like, oh, that's if that's what the audience is thinking, this next phase isn't going to be, if people don't care, like I just don't know what they're going to do, you know?
So I know what Marvel's planning right now. I know they got Thunderbolts, and I know what that movie's gonna. I have a pretty good idea because I know the character of Sentry from the comics, and I know where that all kind of leads. Has
Hmm.
nothing to do with Doom or anything like that, if that's what you think. But I know
Yeah.
what that's, I know what's kind of involved in that.
Hmm.
Um, and then right after you have Fantastic Four, which I'm very mixed on. The trailer to me was very mixed. Um, some people loved it. I
Yeah, I thought it was great. I only
yeah,
had one complaint with the thing. I told you I didn't really care for his look, but didn't look bad.
I just see my issue with it is that the Fantastic Four shouldn't take place in an alternate dimension and all that. I feel very strongly about that.
Why did they do that? Is it because they want to set it in the 60s? So
Yeah.
they just, okay.
Yeah, I don't like that idea. I know they're kind of dated, but you know what? Spider-Man was also created in the 60s. Superman was created in like the 20s. Okay, like they do
Hmm.
not look, I might be cheesy, but a lot of superheroes are cheesy. Okay, so to me, it's like I get you want to set in the 60s, but they don't have to be, at least for it to work, in my opinion. Um, Also, the whole point of the Fantastic Four was that originally they were a contrast to the Justice League. So they were supposed to be like
Hmm.
the realistic version. Like they were a family who argued with each other, and instead of living in like Metropolis and Gotham, they lived in New York, like modern day
Hmm.
New York. So they're
Yeah.
supposed to be realistic, and that's not the case. They're going to be in an
Hmm.
alternate dimension, and we're gonna have like evil Tony Stark, I guess. I don't know. I just,
Yeah, we'll see. That movie has to do well, or it's game over.
yeah, I agree. If Fantastic Four bombs, I mean, I don't even know.
Hmm.
I
And the worst part is they put three huge movies in the same month, so they're all gonna drop in its second week, which is I don't know why they did that.
I think, yeah. I mean, we'll see how Fantastic Four does. If it gets bad reviews, it's done. It's
Hmm.
yeah. So we'll see how.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel.
and it just sucks because I want Superman to do well. I'm just like maybe move the date. because Jurassic World, Fantastic Four, Superman, those are all huge. So
Yeah, they all are. Yeah, and Jurassic World looked really good too. So
it did. They say they want to go more the horror route. I hope they do that because they need to do something different.
yeah, it's from the writer of the original, so it should be pretty good.
Yeah, I'm hopeful.
But yeah, I know Doomsday is going to start filming pretty soon here in a couple months. I,
Oh, okay.
I hear Chris Evans is also coming back.
Oh,
Uh,
I saw that, but I didn't know if it was true or not. He is coming back?
from what I hear, I don't know what his role is specifically, but there's rumors that he and then the lady who played Peggy Carter, she's also coming back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then Chris Hemsworth is going to be in there too. So all three main actors are going to come back for this one.
Okay, that's cool. That'll help it.
Yeah.
Because if it's just a bunch of the TV show characters, I don't think it's going to do well.
Well, they're going to be playing different roles. Like obviously RDJ is going to be Doom. Chris
Hmm.
Evans we don't know, and then Chris Hemsworth will be Thor, obviously.
Yeah, he's still around.
And it's crazy, out of all these projects, the only one that really sets up the multiverse at all is Loki.
Hmm.
Did you see Loki by chance or no?
I have not, no, but I heard about it.
I would highly recommend it. Like, even
Hmm.
besides the whole setup deal, it does kind of bring an end to Loki's story. So,
Yeah.
if you like his character at all, it's a very good series, and I would binge watch it. It's best if you binge watch it.
Okay. Maybe I'll watch that next then.
Yeah, that's like essential. That's like one of the main like Phase 4 MCU projects that was actually fantastic, like on the level of like Phase 1 through 3.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
yeah,
I
it's
heard
that
it was really good.
yeah, it's amazing. So watch that. Um, the rest are like, but I know
Yeah, I
Daredevil, that comes out in a couple weeks.
oh yeah, I can't wait.
I'm finishing season 3 as we speak. Like I'm like on episode like 7, I think.
So you've been introduced to Bullseye?
Yes, he is so good.
Yeah, he
So, oh
is.
my God. Like I saw his backstory episode. It was amazing. I can totally
Hmm.
see why they brought him back. Very
Yeah.
happy he's gonna be in Born Again.
Yeah, he's such a good character.
I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. I love everything about uh yeah, Daredevil season 3 so far is amazing.
Hmm.
I also saw Punisher right before Daredevil, which the first half was like boring as shit.
Yeah, it's slow.
I was like, holy crap, dude, what the fuck? And then the
Yeah.
last few episodes, I was like, holy shit.
Hmm.
When Punisher goes up to Agent Orange and just freaking like squishes his eyes out, I was like, holy
Yeah.
crap.
Season two is basically that the whole season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I'll be able
season
to
two
get
is
through
great.
that because I have
Hmm.
one more week, and if I watch 2 episodes a day, I can get through Punisher.
Yeah.
So I can do that.
Daredevil season three is great too. Is he back in the black suit?
Um, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That was my only complaint. I was like, dang it, I hate that suit, but it's small complaint. Everything else is amazing in that season.
Yeah, Daredevil season 3 is fantastic. Um,
Yeah, it is.
yeah, Daredevil as a whole is like one of the best Marvel shows ever. Um,
It is.
yeah, so far I would go like Daredevil's my favorite, and then I would say Punisher because that ending was so freaking good. I was
Hmm.
like that bumped it up like all the way to number 2, to be honest.
Dang.
So I would go from that, and then I would probably tie it with like Luke Cage and Iron Fist. They're both like tied for me.
Yeah.
We'll go like Jessica Jones is my least favorite. Oh,
Hmm.
no, Jessica
Out of
Jones
out
and
of the
Defenders.
oh, okay. I saw they're bringing back Defenders.
Yeah, they're bringing back the cast, like all the characters. So,
Okay, that's cool.
well, it makes sense because they were all interconnected.
Hmm.
So, I mean, if Daredevil's canon, like basically everything else has to be because
Yeah.
Daredevil was connected to Iron Fist, and that was connected to like Luke Cage, and he was
Hmm.
connected to Jessica Jones, so it's all connected.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. I'm glad they're bringing all those shows back.
Yeah, but they got to make a better Defender show or movie because that first season, I saw it when it came out, but I
Hmm.
hadn't watched all the other shows, so I just kind of saw it by itself, and at the end of it, I was like, oh, that's pretty good. I rewatched it after watching, but this is like after watching Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist, and I was like,
Hmm.
holy shit! Literally every other show was better than this one.
Yeah, I saw it when it came out. Came out in like 2016 or something, right?
Yeah, it's bad. It's
Yeah,
real.
I don't even remember. I just remember Daredevil fighting Iron Fist as being like, that was a cool fight. And then I remember Sigourney Weaver's in it, right?
Yeah, dude, there's like really bad writing. It's like college level. It is like really bad. Like,
Wow.
dude, the lighting is weird because like every time a character shows up for some reason, they have like this hard light, right? With
Hmm.
Daredevil, it's like hard red all over the screen. And I'm like, where is this light coming from? It's just a
Hmm.
it's like someone literally got like a giant like lamp and just, put like a red filter on it and just shined it like right on Charlie Cox's face.
Oh my
It's like
God.
all over. Same with
That's
Jessica Jones.
terrible.
Whenever she's in a scene, let's get that, a purple light, hard purple light, right? Not even soft, like a hard ass
Hmm.
light all over. Same with
Oh my
Luke Cage
God.
and Iron Fist. It's like why is the whole screen green with Iron Fist?
Yeah.
Where's the light coming from? It's so dumb. And then every
Hmm.
single angle, you wanna know like 90% of the angles in Defenders, it's like that.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
like that. It's a Dutch angle. Boom. Every single one. Every like half the shots. It's a stupid Dutch angle. I'm like,
That's terrible.
yeah. It's all a bunch of Dutch angles and shitty lighting. And the final battle is in like a poorly lit cave.
You know, I think when I was watching it, I was like turning up the brightness all the way. I was like, I can't see what's happening.
Yeah.
I
It
think I
doesn't
do remember the lighting being bad.
Yeah, the lighting was bad, the cinematography was bad, the writing is bad. Dude, there's a scene in the
Hmm.
beginning where Sigourney Weaver is dying and she goes in there. She's like, "Oh, don't tell me. I have like this, and that." And I was like, "Are you serious?" Like that's how they reveal it. Not the doctor doesn't go over and be like, "Oh, you're dying" or whatever. She's like, she walks in, she goes to the doctor. She's like, "Oh, don't tell me. I have this disease." And she doesn't even say it like, it's not even
Hmm.
short. She has to say like a whole spiel about it. And I was like, wow,
Oh my gosh.
okay. It was bad.
Wow. I think I do remember the reviews being pretty bad for it, like in the 40% range.
Yeah, it's a bad show. Very bad.
Hmm.
Plus, that show was the one where I was actually annoyed with Finn Jones's Iron Fist. When I watched his show, I actually thought it was pretty solid. It's not a bad show. I don't know why people dislike it, to be honest.
Iron Fist?
Yeah, there's a lot going on
Hmm.
in that show. I mean, it's not
I that
like,
was the I never watched that one. I remembered people saying don't, so I just didn't check it out.
it's not that bad. I mean,
Hmm.
like the beginning is him having to prove his identity, and then after that, he meets up with Colleen Wing. He has to go fight the Hand. There's a lot of stuff going on in that show.
Maybe up, I'm gonna start that one next then. I honestly just didn't like who they casted. I don't think he looks like Iron Fist or Iron Fist is a kid, right? Like in his 20s or no, he's not?
Well, he's an adult.
Oh, okay. I thought he was like a college kid.
No, not really. I mean, he's
Because I think a comic book I was reading, it was like him, Spider-Man. They were like in high school.
I don't remember that. Well, I don't read a lot of Iron Fist, so I couldn't tell
Hmm.
you. There was just one character that I really liked. It was like a guy who was part of like his company, who was basically like the straight man and was like overreacting to like everything he did.
Hmm.
I really like the actor. I don't know his name, but I'll have to look him up. But yeah,
Are
it's a
the
good
fight scenes
show.
cool in Iron Fist? If that's all that matters to me, honestly.
Yeah, I thought they were solid. I mean, he does like people bitched about how he didn't light the fist up enough. I thought he did it, a pretty good amount. I mean,
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't have a lot of issues with it. Like it wasn't boring. It wasn't slow like Punisher or anything, where there's like nothing happening.
Yeah, Punisher, I almost dropped that show, dude. I was like, this is the most boring Punisher thing I've ever seen.
I know. And Jessica Jones was like that too in the beginning. I was like,
I couldn't finish. Yeah, Jessica Jones, I watched the first like two episodes and was like, I can't watch this anymore.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
this isn't like that. Things do happen story-wise that keep you engaged. So,
Hmm.
I can recommend that one. Defenders is dog shit. I think that's the worst Marvel show I've seen in a long time. Just
Hmm.
rewatching it because literally every other show was better, every single one, because didn't have
Hmm.
dipshit like Dutch angles and stupid lighting and like poorly lit scenes, and
Yeah.
there was like one good action scene in the entire show, and it's the hallway fight. That's the only good one.
For the
Defender.
Defenders,
Yeah,
is
that's the,
Elektra there?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. That was
That's
a
the
good
only
fight.
good hallway fight. Like
Hmm.
the only good one. Everything else is bad. I hated that show so much.
Hmm.
Yeah, Daredevil is really good, and I'm glad that
I can't stand the Elektra they casted, but she's actually more comic accurate. I always think Jennifer Garner in my head, so I'm like being biased.
actually, you want to know something crazy? Like Ben Affleck as Daredevil technically is a little more comic accurate because he looks
It
more like
is.
Daredevil
He
from the comics
does.
actually
He does.
does.
But
But
in the comics, Elektra is like,
she's like crazy and all that.
yeah, yeah. And she is like Latina, isn't she? Or
Yeah, I think she is.
yeah, yeah. So the Netflix one is more accurate. I just love Jennifer Garner in that role.
Yeah, no, I mean, hey, everyone's got like their own preference.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I'm just a little afraid. We'll see how the show is. I'm
Hmm.
glad that it's not going to be 13 episodes, that it's pretty much going to be half that. So I'm like,
Yeah.
thank God, bro. Because the 13 episodes does not help them at all.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, no. And then I think people didn't really care for Luke Cage season two. I thought it was awesome. I enjoyed it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen like the other Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist seasons. I'm gonna watch that
Hmm.
after Born Again. Um, so I'll catch up on that later. That's not really a priority though, because
Yeah.
I'll probably
Yeah, just finished Daredevil.
yeah, I'll finish Punisher and then Luke Cage and Iron Fist I can finish because those I did enjoy, so I'll watch those. Jessica
Hmm.
Jones, maybe. That's like 3 seasons. I'm like, when I saw it was 3 seasons, I was like, ah.
Dang, I didn't know that show got that many seasons.
I know, what the fuck? I could barely make it through season one.
Yeah, it's boring.
I know. And Defenders is so weird because Jessica Jones is just standing there. Like, even she's asking, she's like, why am I here? And I'm like, yeah, why are you here?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I don't even remember what her powers are. Is she just super strength or?
yeah, basically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll watch Iron Fist, but probably not that one.
Yeah, Jessica Jones is so boring, bro.
It
I
is.
might just watch it because I'm a completionist, but I don't know. I want to move on to the CW shows because my cousin, he's been telling me to watch the CW DC shows, and I was like, well, I started Smallville. I'm gonna try and
Hmm.
watch that. He's like,
Yeah.
I watch Arrow and all that because he's big on that. So I'm like, all right,
Oh my God.
I'll make you a deal. Let me finish Marvel Netflix, and then I will start the CW stuff. And he's like, okay,
Hmm.
cool. So I'm gonna try and get to that, but I gotta finish something because I
Yeah.
cannot take on another show because I'm
Hmm.
watching too much as it is.
Yeah.
So I
You
gotta find.
started Smallville?
I did. I had to
Oh,
pause
okay.
it because I had to just breeze through Punisher, Daredevil. I might even get through Echo if I like hella burn through it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna because I gotta finish that. But
Yeah,
then
I did watch Moon Knight. That one I didn't like it at all.
really, I actually did like.
Yeah.
I
That
don't.
one might be my least favorite.
I'm
I thought his acting was weird, kind of annoying. Yeah, I didn't like it at all.
okay.
And I hated when he like turned into Moon Knight, but it was like not even the cool costume. He was like in a tux. I don't know. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. I mean,
No, it's not the worst. I think Echo is probably the worst. I that one confused me.
it confused you.
Yeah, I was just like, who is this person?
Well, she's
What are her
actually
powers?
so recently I've to get ready for Born Again, I've been reading basically a bunch of Daredevil comics. I read the Born Again storyline, I read some of the earlier stuff. Right now I'm like on the early 2000s Daredevil.
Hmm.
What issue am I on? Because I'm reading it on Marvel Unlimited. I'm on like issue 39. So I read 39 issues of Daredevil.
Dang.
Um, yeah, I apparently this is the run where Echo was in it, and it turns
Hmm.
out she's a supporting character to Daredevil. She's a love interest for Daredevil.
What?
That's where she comes from.
I
So
didn't know that.
yeah, that is like her comic storyline. She's a Daredevil supporting character. She's not her own character. The whole storyline is that Kingpin basically arranges it. So Kingpin does this arrangement to get Matt Murdock to fall in love with Echo.
Hmm.
And the whole point is that she like Matt Murdock, he can't see, but she can't hear, and you know, all of his previous girlfriends kind of represent like a part of himself in a way.
Hmm.
And so he was like, oh, okay, this version, this woman is going to represent like your disability and you're going to be able to bond because of that. And Matt Murdock and Echo do date. But the thing from the Hawkeye show where Kingpin is kind of lying to Echo about the death of her parents and how he was responsible for it, that does happen. But before that happens,
Oh, I haven't watched the Hawkeye show. I keep forgetting that exists.
yeah. But basically in the
Was it
comic,
good?
yeah, it was okay.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so in the
Should
comic,
I, do I need to watch it?
no, because I don't think Echo's going to be in it.
Oh, okay.
And, but yeah, it pretty much just follows this comic storyline where Kingpin blames the death of Echo's parents on Daredevil. So she fights Daredevil, but at the same time, she's in a relationship with Matt Murdock.
Hmm.
So, there's like that conflict going on.
Oh,
Then Matt
okay.
convinces her, oh, I'm Daredevil and I didn't kill your parents. Fisk is, tricking you. He's trying to play with you. And
Hmm.
that is what causes Echo to then shoot Kingpin in the head and he becomes blind.
Oh, I think that happened in the show.
Yeah. That's what I said. It follow again, that whole thing was a Daredevil story. Daredevil was
Hmm.
supposed to be involved in that story because he was supposed to get blamed for the death of her parents, and Matt Murdock was supposed to be in a relationship with her.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't do that. So
Hmm.
it's just that without Daredevil.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, you explained it to me now, but when I was watching it, I was like, what is this? I don't know who this is. I mean, there's some cool fight scenes. I think it's rated R, so there was some bloody fights in there, but so you might enjoy it.
Yeah, well, because I know the story behind it, and
Hmm.
yeah, like it was in this early run of Daredevil where, yeah, she hooks up with Matt because Kingpin wants to distract him, and it's a good story. So yeah, and then oh yeah, there was another thing that happened in the Daredevil comics that I did not see coming at all, which is it was like very like kind of early on in the run, and it turns out like Kevin Smith wrote some Daredevil comics too.
Oh yeah, I know Kevin. Yeah, he wrote some.
Yeah, and he wrote some, and he does something in there that I don't think he thought was a big deal at the time, but if they adapt it for the show, people would like lose their minds.
What was it?
Bullseye kills Karen.
Oh, seriously?
They killed off Karen Page.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
Maybe they'll do that.
yeah, Kevin Smith was responsible for killing off Karen Page. It's funny.
That's
Because
crazy.
I've seen interviews of him talking about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we decided to kill off like this random character called Karen Page," and I'm like, "Oh man."
Dang.
Because he was like, yeah, she wasn't that popular in the comics and all that, and I was like, oh man, if they kill her off in this show, that'd be wild.
I feel like they will, because Daredevil always ends up with Elektra in the end,
Yeah,
right? Yeah, so she's kind of just like there.
well, it's crazy because Bullseye was actually originally responsible for killing Elektra in the comics before she got resurrected, and then he went on to kill Karen and all that. So
Yeah, in the Ben Affleck movie, that's how it
yeah,
is. Hmm.
yeah, so it's pretty crazy. I mean, we'll see. I've been wondering if they were gonna kill Karen off. Like, I kept thinking about that. I was like, I wonder. I mean, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, it's almost time. We'll see.
Yeah, right now in the run, I'm at this part where Matt Murdock's identity gets like revealed to the world. Which is, again, it's a really good run. I mean, I was like,
Hmm.
it's good shit. And then for DC, I'm reading like a lot of the New 52 stuff
Oh, okay.
because I've been like reading like everything in order. So I started
Hmm.
with Crisis on Infinite Earths, and then I went to like the modern day stuff, and now I'm like on the New 52 stories.
Okay.
Dark Side War is where I'm at. We're like all
I've read some of the New 52 stuff, and I've watched all the animated movies for it.
Yeah, I want.
It's good. I just don't like Cyborg in there we talked about. And then I think I've told you I hate Wonder Woman's outfit for New 52.
I actually think it's all right. I actually don't mind it. Um, I think it's okay. I just the only thing I don't like about the New 52 is that they took away Superman's trunks and Cyborg, basically.
Hmm.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think it's good. Well,
Hmm.
also, what I found out is that the New 52, a lot of it is just retelling old stories in like new ways. Like,
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
yeah, it's like where one of the stories is them basically realizing that a multiverse exists and they travel to like the crime syndicate world. Or sorry, the
Hmm.
crime syndicate comes to their world and yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, okay, they're like retelling old stories then.
Hmm.
Which is, it's cool, but yeah.
Yeah, the movies were all really good though, actually, from the New 52. What do they call the last few ones? The Tomorrowverse? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, those were
Okay, that run of movies, I was like, eh. I liked what was it called? The one where it's like the 1940s Wonder Woman, and that one was really good, actually. Did you ever see that one?
the JSA movie.
Yeah, that one was awesome. I would buy that one, actually.
Yeah, it's dude, I had a ball with that movie because the first like comic run I ever read was the Justice Society of America by Jeff
Hmm.
Johns. So when I found out they had a movie, I was like, bro, let's go. So I saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was awesome. I had
yeah,
a
that movie's really good.
yeah, yeah, I had a blast watching that one.
Hmm.
I guess I don't know if they're gonna do another DC animated universe. I guess not, because with James Gunn taking
Yeah,
the deal. Yeah.
that's true. That's kind of sad.
Oh well, I mean, Superman better be amazing then.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm truly hoping.
Same.
We'll see.
I think it'll be good though. I have faith in it. All the signs are pointing to it being a success right now. I don't see
Hmm.
flags like at all. So
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, unlike Marvel, I see like 1,000 red flags for Fantastic Four. So that does make me nervous. I'm like much less nervous about Superman because I
Hmm.
don't see like any behind the scenes issues, like no reshoots, no complaints. Everything from behind
Hmm.
the scenes has looked good to me.
Well, Marvel is in the same. Marvel and Star Wars are both having the same problem. They don't know how to go forward, right?
I don't know, man. I gotta be honest with you. I didn't feel this way at first, but I kind of feel it now. I feel like Disney acquiring both of them kind of fucked them over
Yeah.
big time. Now, I know what you're gonna say. I know you're gonna be like, but the MCU was really popular. Well, remember, the MCU started in 2008. Disney bought them in like 2010, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
But
They
Star
did the
Wars,
first Avengers, right?
uh, I think, well, I guess, yeah, I would say so. Disney
No, or was
really,
it Captain America? What was Disney's first one?
it had to have been, well, think about it. So Iron Man and Iron Man 2 had already come out. Thor and Captain
And
America were already in production by that time.
mm-hmm.
And Avengers, I would assume, was already in development. So I think Avengers was going to come out either way. I don't think Disney really had a grip on it until Phase 2.
Oh, okay.
I would make that. I don't know that for a fact, but I would make that argument.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I think, and it's just when I read a lot of Marvel comics, it totally changed once Disney took,
Mm-hmm.
because the X-Men started to get less attention, the Fantastic Four got less attention, the Avengers got more attention, and the movies they started to be a little more comedic.
Mm-hmm.
Phase 2 was a lot more comedic than Phase 1. I don't think
Yeah.
I would argue about that. Phase 3, for the most part, kind of the same tone as Phase 2, with a couple of exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
And then Phase 4 and 5 just like was all over the place.
Yeah.
So I think,
Yeah, well, they had their 10-year plan and then it just kind of fell off a bit.
well, Marvel had a plan. It's just the thing is, people didn't like their plan.
Mm-hmm.
They knew what they were doing, but people didn't like it. So now they have to course correct.
Yeah.
That's what like what
That's why DC has the upper hand because they can just start over and make a plan this time.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The thing with Star Wars is that it's not. I mean, look, it's not meant to continue. I know
No,
Lucas kind
it's
of
not.
wanted it to
It's
continue.
not.
Part of the reason George Lucas sold it is because he wanted it to live on.
Mm-hmm.
Like again, and it's true. You can read, his quotes about that. But I don't think Star Wars is meant to live on, man. I don't think
Mm-mm.
it's meant to have like a bunch of movies and shows and comics and books, because at some point someone's got to realize you're making the same story.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing you can't. With Marvel, it's a little different because there's so many worlds and characters and different genres you can explore.
Yeah.
With Star Wars, dude, you could try, but people aren't gonna dig it. Like
Mm-hmm.
they tried to do like a Goonies style Star Wars show, and people just did not show up to watch it.
No, they didn't care.
Ratings were not there. And,
Mm-hmm.
and again, you're making the same story with Star Wars. Same story.
Yeah.
Is
Mm-hmm.
not meant to continue. So I don't know what Disney's gonna do. I wish them all the best, but if you gave Star Wars to me, I wouldn't even know what to do with it. I
Yeah, I don't know. They just have to, they can't move forward, like you said. There is no forward.
There is no
All
forward.
they can do is try to just make a bunch of prequels, I guess.
Yeah, all you can do is just try to make whatever and hope that people like it.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, I mean,
God, that
well, at
sucks.
least in Star Wars Defense, it's more alive than the Star Trek franchise, so we got that going for it.
Yeah.
At least it's not, Star Trek with Section 31 being the biggest pile of dog shit that anyone, even IGN had said it was bad.
Oh yeah, it was. I didn't know what I was watching.
Yeah, well,
Did you end up watching you were asking if you should watch Ninja Turtles or what was the other one?
uh,
I Know What You Did Last Summer?
oh yeah, I actually saw both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They're
Ninja.
both they're good, right?
Yeah, I was surprised by Ninja Turtles. It was actually pretty good. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the puppetry was like pretty crazy. I was like, damn, this is like
Mm-hmm.
impressive. The only thing, like,
It's a little dark too, right?
yeah,
Mm-hmm. The Ninja Turtles comics, though, the original were always a little more darker though, so
yeah, and
that's why.
that they actually seemed like teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting them to just be like full grown adults. because that's what I was used to, from like the Michael Bay movie and all that.
Yeah.
But no, they actually seemed like actual teenagers. I was like, God damn,
Hmm.
like this is actually pretty good. The only issue I have with the movie is the origin of Splinter, which I I tried to get on board with it,
Yeah.
but I was like, you know what? I like the comic origin better because I'm reading the modern IDW comics written by Kevin Eastman, the creator of the Ninja Turtles.
Hmm.
Those are really good. I like the origin of Splinter there, but in this, it was dumb as fuck. I'm sorry. I tried. I tried.
Yeah.
Can I get on board with this? No, I can't. The
Hmm.
fact that Splinter was not Hamato Yoshi himself, but a
Hmm.
pet rat that learned martial arts by copying his moves in his cage.
Yeah.
Then Shredder shows up and instead of killing the rat, cuts off his ear. And then later in the movie, you have the Shredder being like, "Oh, I'm gonna finish what I started. This time I'm not just gonna get your ear." I'm like, again, in
Yeah,
the
it's a little
comic,
ridiculous.
it's a lot better because in the comic, Splinter is Hamato Yoshi. He's the reincarnation of Hamato Yoshi through the form of a rat.
Hmm.
Turtles are his reincarnated children who were killed by the Shredder. They were beheaded by the Shredder in front of like Hamato Yoshi and his wife.
Yeah. Hmm.
I don't know. I just thought the whole pet rat was like really dumb. But other than that, it's a good movie.
Yeah,
Um,
it's really good.
it really made it work. I was like, wow,
Hmm.
this is not like it wasn't like that like comical. Like everything actually like you took it seriously.
Yeah, the two and three are not as serious. I'll just let you know now.
Okay.
But I really do like number two. Three was terrible.
Yeah, I gotta finish Daredevil and then I'll get to two and three and I'll start
Hmm.
watching some more movies after that. I might watch The Monkey tomorrow or tomorrow's Friday. Maybe Saturday. Well, actually, you know what? I could watch it Friday. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm going at 6 o'clock, so I'll let you know how it is.
I hear it's a horror comedy.
I've heard it's like Final Destination.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know if you've have you seen those before? You
No,
know what it is though, right?
I know the type of movie. This
Yeah.
super bloody, not
Hmm.
taken super seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard
And,
of it.
and then you watched I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, so
I
that,
love that
to be
movie.
honest, it's a bad movie, but Sarah
It
Michelle
is. I love.
is
Dude,
amazing.
she's amazing in that movie. She's better than the main actress in the movie. That's what everyone says. So
Yeah,
when she gets killed off, it's like, ah, she almost makes it to.
yeah, she's the best part in the whole movie. The rest of
She
the cast
is.
is like really bad. Um, I did notice that the one guy from The Big Bang Theory is in there. I saw that one dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that guy from Big Bang Theory. But the
Is
plot
Sarah Michelle Gellar's husband in that movie as well?
is really
Okay,
bad.
yeah. Hmm.
Also, I was confused. Like, I didn't get the ending where they were trying to reveal something about the killer. He's like, oh, it's not this guy, it's this other guy who I was like, I think the whole thing was
Oh,
that,
it's supposed to be like a twist, right?
yeah,
I never understand it either.
I think it's like the father killed his son. And, like they thought it was the son, but the father killed the son, and they killed the
Hmm.
father. And turns out they didn't kill him; he was alive the whole time. But they're
Yeah.
trying to make it like a supernatural thing. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like a. I thought it was gonna be like Friday the 13th.
Hmm.
It really wasn't. I was like, oh,
No, it's not. There is a part two though. I haven't seen it, but she returns for that one too, the main actress.
uh, maybe.
But I just wasn't interested.
I feel like Black Mirror. Remember that one episode with the one kid and the pornography
Mm.
episode?
Oh yeah, that's a good
I feel like
episode.
that episode of Black Mirror did the whole concept of I Know What You Did Last Summer a lot better.
Hmm.
It's like to me, like they could have went in that direction, like the blackmail direction.
Yeah.
This would have been like a lot scarier, right? Like
Hmm.
just thinking of like different ways they could make this scary. It's like, oh man, what if the guy like send them a message saying, "Oh, you have to kill this person, or else I'll like kill someone you love," or I don't know.
Yeah,
I think there's something more with that, but
they could have. Yeah, it's a good '90s slasher though. I like it.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is awesome. And speaking of her, Buffy's coming back.
I know. I'm excited.
I can't wait. This is gonna be great. But
Did you see that? I guess Netflix picked up Halo.
no,
Yeah, I guess it's coming back on. Remember it got canceled?
yeah,
Yeah, I guess Netflix picked it up.
yeah. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna try and play the games because I know the games are gonna be
Hmm.
anyway. I'm gonna try and play The Last of Us, because I haven't,
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
because I know you really like the show. It's just for me,
Hmm.
when I watched it, I was like so burnt out by Walking Dead that like every other zombie movie or show, I've always been like hesitant to watch. Because I was like, fuck, man, I watched 11 seasons of The Walking Dead
Hmm.
plus the Daryl show. Can I do this? The only piece of media that I got that like got me out of that was like 28 weeks later,
Hmm.
the zombie movie that like kind of got me out of that lump.
Yeah,
But
that movie's amazing.
The Last of Us for me, it was just kind of like, fuck, dude, is this show just about surviving? Fuck.
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, you know the story of The Last of Us season two. They say they want to do season three, which I know they don't have a third game, so I don't know how that's gonna work.
I think they said they want to do two more seasons.
Well,
So
again,
I honestly don't know what they're gonna do. So
I don't know if they have enough story for that. Again, I know you would probably know, but I don't know.
to
Um,
my lot, to my knowledge, I thought it was only gonna be two seasons. So we'll see.
but yeah, I just like my issue is that the whole like I was excited in the beginning because you have Ellie being like, oh, because she's a possible cure. But then at
Hmm.
the end, I know a lot of people are like, holy shit, I can't believe Joel did this. For me, I was just pissed off because I was like, fuck, that just means the show's going to be about survival now. God damn
Hmm.
it. That was my reaction. I was like,
Yeah.
son of a bitch.
Yeah. The game is really good. You should play it. It'll give you more context and you enjoy the show a lot more if you know like about what it's adapting. So,
Yeah, well, after Daredevil, I'm gonna try and get to Last of Us, and I'm gonna play the
hmm.
easiest fucking mode so I can get through the story. I suck at games. But right now, I'm actually playing Warhammer Space Marines. I've been trying to get into Warhammer too. Uh,
Hmm.
I actually got my starter kit. I painted my own miniatures.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I got the Space Marine right here.
Yeah, I have that game. We should
Yeah,
definitely play.
yeah, I got the Tyranids too. I think they're called, and I watched the whole
Hmm.
video on the lore of Warhammer 40K. So I know like the basic lore. Like I know about the Horus Hearsay and the Emperor and his sons and all that. And
Yeah.
Lords of Chaos. And I got the Founder book by Dan Abnett.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna read that. I finished the first Witcher book, so I'm gonna try and read more of the books. I'm gonna try and read that, and then I don't know because I gotta read Dune too.
Oh, you have a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Doesn't, I think
like an
Amazon has
adaptation
the rights to Warhammer now, right?
of.
Amazon's going to be making Warhammer content, right? Like TV shows and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get into it.
Yeah. And Henry Cavill's in charge and stuff. So that's exciting.
Speaking of Amazon, did you hear like the big news today?
What happened?
Well, apparently, Amazon now has full control over James Bond and that entire franchise.
Hmm.
Original creators just handed it over to Amazon completely.
Wow.
So originally, he was under the control of like some other people, and they're kind of old and they're retiring. So now Amazon has like complete creative control. That's why there wasn't any streaming shows of James Bond or anything like that prior to.
Hmm.
With Amazon taking, the reins of the franchise, there might be a lot of more James Bond content in the future. So
Oh, okay. James Bond's Uh, when I went in to watch all the James Bond movies, I went in expecting John Wick,
Dude, it's not that.
and no, he's not. So, but I will say I enjoyed the last James Bond movie. I thought that was the best one out of the ones I've seen. I did enjoy that one.
It's because James Bond is more of like a classic film type character,
Hmm.
old-fashioned character. He's
They're
not.
not action movies, and that's what I was expecting. So I was like disappointed. Like Skyfall, everyone raves about Skyfall. I thought it was boring.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
it's like a spy movie.
yeah,
They're
but I
not.
did like the last one.
Yeah, I watched. I've seen the Sean Connery ones, the older ones.
Hmm.
Those are classic like super agent spy movies, and they're very cheesy, and it's very fun. I like them. I
Hmm.
don't know if you would like it because, the older ones totally, it's super sexist. The older ones, holy crap. It's like
Oh
anime
my God.
levels of sexism in James Bond, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he always gets the girl killed, so
No, well, it's just that he gets with like a new chick like every single movie.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say this. In one of the movies, the woman, like the woman's actual name is like her name is Pussy Galore.
Oh my gosh.
And that's her name in the movie.
Wow.
So like I said,
Yeah.
anime levels of like sexism, bro.
Oh my God.
It's
Yeah,
wild,
I've
dude.
tried. Yeah, I'm not really a James Bond person,
Well,
but
it's
I
'cause-
did like what was the last one called? Live or Die Young or
yeah, something like that.
yeah, that one was good. It had a lot of action.
Yeah. So you just it's of the times, it's not really a
Hmm.
modern day franchise. It could be, and they might try to take it in that direction, but
Hmm.
it's a classic film type deal. Um, Personally, I just let it rest, but it's Hollywood, so
They're gonna keep going.
yeah. But yeah. Oh, did you also hear the news that Dwayne Johnson is going to be the head of a new Martin Scorsese film?
Yeah. I think he's really trying to be a serious actor now. I'm like, good for him, because his typical stuff that he does is starting to not make money anymore at the box office. So, oh my gosh.
Yep, the hierarchy of power of cinema is about to change, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Dwayne Johnson's going to be a part of cinema now.
Yeah, because he also has the A24 one coming, right? Where he's like a wrestler or
Bro,
it's
he's
supposed to
doing
be
an
like a
A24
series.
film.
Yeah, he is.
I want to see that cinema meme with like Dwayne Johnson now. The Martin Scorsese meme. I want to see that with Dwayne Johnson.
Oh
It's
my
like Martin
God.
Scorsese's like he walks out of Black Adam. He's like, man, that movie was fucking dog shit. But you know what I
Oh
like?
my God.
One aspect was really fucking good. Get Give me Dwayne Johnson's agent. God damn it.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I got Apple TV uh to watch that movie The Gorge. That was really good. I think you'd like it a lot.
I
Have you
know.
seen the trailers or anything?
No, I know nothing about it.
Yeah, that was kind of awesome.
All right, I got to get Apple TV. It's because I'm starting a new full-time job next week, so it's gonna be hard for me. But I
Oh,
can.
okay. Do you know your schedule yet?
Well, first 2 weeks are gonna be 9 to 5. Then I think
Hmm.
he said like 2 to 10 after that.
Okay.
We'll see.
Hmm.
Squeeze it in like after work, so like 2 hours after.
Yeah.
2 hours to watch my shows and movies. But I do want to get Apple TV because I want to
Hmm.
watch the show Severance.
Severance. Oh, I know. I keep hearing about it. That's also why I got it.
I know everyone's raving about that show. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. There's a few good stuff on Apple TV, so I'm like, oof, I think I might keep it.
I know. There's that, and there's the show The Foundation that I want to watch. It's like a sci-fi show. Um,
Yeah, I've seen that one.
oh, you have?
Hmm.
Is that good?
It's hard to keep up with, but I do like it, yeah. But
Because I
you
read,
really have to pay attention.
yeah, I read a little bit of the book, and it was just really intriguing to me, but I didn't get to finish.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, there's some really cool things in there.
yeah,
And then one of my other favorite ones is called Silo. Have you heard of that show?
is that what's that one about?
The humans live in this giant bunker. They can't go outside. That one's really good. It's with Rebecca Ferguson.
Oh,
It's, yeah, that one's really good. There's a few good things on there.
yeah, all right. Well, I will get it, but I'm watching like 1,000 things right now. I could squeeze
Yeah.
Severance in because I squeezed Squid Games in. Like I just stopped everything and just watched Squid Games back, back.
Hmm.
So I could do that with Severance. If it's like really good, I could probably squeeze it in and watch the whole thing, you know.
Yeah. I saw Stuckman's review for it, I think, and I was like, oh, it must be really good if he's like, he doesn't review TV shows, so
Oh. And he reviewed like one random episode. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah, that's why I was like, okay,
I
I'll
didn't
check it
watch
out.
it because I don't want any like spoilers for the show because I do plan on watching it.
Hmm.
So I'm like, all right, I gotta get on board with that. So
Yeah, I need to watch that one. But I think I'm gonna watch Iron Fist next,
okay.
because yeah, there's not much else out right now.
Yeah. Well, I gotta finish Daredevil, and then I may or may not squeeze Severance in there, or I don't know. I could finish Star Trek Deep Space Nine because I'm on season 7. Like I
Hmm.
finally finished season 6.
I heard there's a lot of action in that one.
Well, like Star Trek isn't about action, so I mean, there's a little bit.
Hmm.
There's
I
a
have a
little bit.
coworker who loves Deep Space Nine. He says it's just lots of battles and stuff, or
No, no, it's not. It's a
oh,
90s
okay.
show, dude. Like it's a show in the 1990s. There's not a lot of action.
Yeah, it was I tried speaking of 90s like space shows, I tried so hard to watch Babylon 5.
Yeah,
I could not do it. It's so outdated.
I could do it probably because I've seen.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, well, actually, you know what? I think after this, I might watch Firefly because I have the Blu-ray. I haven't seen it yet because I've been watching
Hmm.
1,000 shows right now. But I could. It's only like one season, so I could squeeze that in. Same with
Hmm.
Severance. I can squeeze those two in probably,
Okay.
and then get back to my regular viewing schedule because those two I want to watch. And
Hmm.
I know I can get through those two pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So
Battlestar Galactica I could do because it's like 2006, so it's not great, but it's the special effects are fine. That show I really love.
I got to get through Smallville. I got to get through something
Hmm.
else before I jump on a long form TV show like that. Like I started
Yeah.
watching Dexter and I was like, fuck, why did I start watching Dexter? That's like 8 seasons.
Yeah, including the new show that's out right now.
No, I'm like, fuck. But I'm hooked on it, so it's like shit. So,
Yeah, that sucks.
but I can before I get back to all my other shows, I might just get through Severance and Firefly, just because I
Hmm.
wanted to watch those. Because I did it with Arcane and Squid Games, I just binged through those two.
Hmm.
So if I can get through Severance and then Firefly, then at least I'll just quick. I can check those off my little bucket list.
Okay, nice. And then you have Serenity?
Yeah, I do have that movie.
Okay. Yeah, at least Firefly's short. It's like what, 2 seasons or
Yeah,
one?
it's just one season.
Yeah, you could get through that fast.
Yeah, so I can get through that pretty quickly, and then Severance is on. I don't know if that show is totally done with its second season, but it's just the only reason I never watched it is because it was on Apple TV.
Yeah, no one has Apple TV.
But I guess if I get it,
It's like so annoying because I was hearing all these things about The Gorge and I was like, that is my type of movie. But dang it, now I have to get Apple TV.
yeah,
Sucks when they do that.
yeah, I might watch when I get it. I might get it this weekend. Well, after Daredevil comes out, after Born Again comes out, I'll get Apple TV and I'll watch all that stuff.
Hmm.
Because right now I'm just focused on finishing Daredevil and Punisher, and then maybe Echo if I can get to it, because I want to get all caught up before Born Again.
Okay. Yeah. And then you're gonna go see The Monkey tomorrow, you said?
I might, I might. It depends. We'll see.
Okay. It's from the guy who did Longlegs.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember that movie? Yeah. So he's kind of becoming big, I guess.
You know, so I mean, we'll see. I'll probably get through those, and then, but yeah, I'm just trying to get through Daredevil as much as I can.
How many episodes do you have left? Like five or six?
Like five, yeah.
Five. Okay. Yeah, you're almost done.
I'm
What
watching.
happened last on it?
Well, right now, like Daredevil had the first fight with Bullseye, and he was
Was
winning.
it in the office?
Yeah, it was in the
Dude,
Bullseye.
that fight was so good. I love how he picks up little things like a pencil or scissors and he just throws it.
Yeah,
Like, it's so cool.
it's a great battle scene. I loved it.
Yeah, that's the best fight in that season, I think. That episode's really good.
Yeah, he was intense.
Did
So
you see was there a prison one yet?
yes,
Okay, that was good.
that was so good. I was like, holy shit! Like the guards, literally everyone just started coming after him.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy.
So good.
Yeah. Daredevil season three is awesome. I can't wait for basically season four. So I just
Yeah.
gotta get caught up with all that. I've been watching Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, that animated show.
People are on Twitter saying Disney should have marketed this. This is their best show. Like I keep seeing comments like that. And then I talked to you. You said it was okay. So,
That's good. It's
hmm.
basically, I would say it's a better version of MCU Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
It's basically Marvel doing a redo of like the Tom Holland Peter Parker version. Because in this they include like Norman Osborn, Harry Osborn, Doc Ock,
Hmm.
Tombstone,
Okay.
like a lot of Spider-Man characters, and it's not just like MCU stuff. So
Hmm.
it's better.
Oh,
Um,
that's cool.
yeah, so it's nice. I'll be honest though, I don't really know why they made that show. It just seems kind of out of nowhere. But I mean, it's
Random.
yeah, I mean it's cute. It's a fun show.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I was watching it.
I wouldn't recommend it to you because you hate Spider-Man, and this isn't going to change your mind. So
I do.
yeah, like you're not gonna like get on the bandwagon after this. So, but yeah, it's cool. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't even see No Way Home. So,
yeah, I know. But
yeah, I was like, is this the best Marvel movie I've seen since like Cap 4? I was like, is this the best one I've seen since? I was like, yeah, probably Shang-Chi. But I did like Doctor Strange too. I do like that one.
yeah, we'll see where Marvel goes. We'll see.
Have hope.
Yeah,
I honestly think Fantastic Four is going to be a hit for them. I just have a feeling.
fingers crossed. I will.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Hey, but Disney also has Snow White next month. Yeah, we'll see how that does.
I'm just gonna bomb hard, dude. I saw the.
What are the projections for it? Can you look it up on your thing?
Yeah, sure. All right, I know what I can just do here.
I saw Mufasa cross like 700 million, so
Yeah, I'll look it up. Okay. Three-day open. So it's like 63 to 70 million.
that's
What's the?
Captain America 4 did more than that. It did like 89 million.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so that's if Little Mermaid did like 115, so that's not great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Little Mermaid had like a similar controversy to Snow White.
Yeah, and it opened way bigger than that.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I might watch this movie for the show, but yeah, this looks.
Yeah, I mean, what else is coming out in March? Probably nothing. So I'm gonna go see it.
I think the dwarfs look pretty. Oh my God, that looks bad. That looks really bad.
Yeah, they should have casted actual like short people.
Well, you could thank Peter Dinklage for that.
Hmm.
Wow, that really is bad. Wow.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, it
Is
does.
that the only big movie in March?
As far as I know, I haven't seen any other ones.
Dang, it's gonna be slow till like July.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Just how it is.
Yeah. Well, we could talk about The Monkey because that would be an interesting movie.
Yeah, I don't know. If I don't see it tomorrow, I'll probably see it Saturday. It
Hmm.
maybe this
And you
week.
never saw you never saw Longlegs, huh?
No, if I like the next movie I watch is gonna be like later down the road. Like it'll be until after Born Again.
Hmm.
I'm like the next non like new movie. If I watch something old, it's gonna be after Born Again because that's when
Hmm.
because I have to finish up Marvel Netflix. If I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it.
Yeah.
Or at least the
Well,
Daredevil, Jason stuff. The
I'll
other
let you
stuff,
know how The Monkey is.
yeah, I'll watch it. I just don't know when.
I
So,
think the reviews are good. I checked this morning. I think it's like at 87 or something.
oh, okay,
Yeah, so
cool. So yeah, I'll probably watch that, and then, like I said, I'm starting like a new job and stuff. So I'll have to get back to you on when I'll be able to do the show. But
hmm.
I don't know. I mean, you can do it like later in the day, right? So, what's like the
Yeah,
cutoff? Like, just so I know.
probably like 6:30.
Like that's like the cutoff.
That's the latest, yeah. Because I usually eat dinner and then I get ready for bed pretty much.
So that's like the
But
like make it start
every
or end.
I've been getting 3 days off, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So those 3 days I'm good to do it.
Right. And then like 6:30 to like start or end.
To end, yeah.
End? Oh, okay. Okay. Um, yeah, I'll see if I'm
So just let me know if you have like a set schedule, what days off you get. We'll make it work.
yeah. I'll be honest, Sunday will probably be the best day for me, but if that can't
Hmm.
happen, I'll see what I can do. But it
And
might not.
you're 9 to 5 on Sunday probably, or you don't know yet.
Oh, not Sunday, not this Sunday. So,
Okay.
well, I could, yeah, I could try. Yeah, I'll see what I could do.
Okay. Yeah, just let me know what your off days are.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, um, I think I'll be it for now. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about. I think we kind of reached most things.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, I'll start Iron Fist maybe tonight before bed.
All right. I'm gonna watch more Daredevil. So,
Oh, and X-Men was really good. I forgot to mention that.
yeah, I told you.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah, it was amazing, dude. It was just like the comics. It was awesome. Like, if
Yeah,
you
it
ever
was really
wondered
good.
what X-Men was like in the comics, that's it. Like, literally, that is it. Like,
Hmm.
no difference. Like
Yeah,
with
it was good. Really good.
yeah. So
Are you enjoying, you said Evolution?
yeah. Well, when I
Yeah,
can
I've
watch
seen
it.
that one. I used to watch that one.
Yeah, it's good. I like
It
it.
used to
There's
come on. Do you remember that weird channel, the WB or whatever? Yeah, it used to come on there. So I've seen it before.
yeah. I like how they introduce a lot of like X-Force characters from X-Force, X Factor, a lot of the spin-off
Hmm.
books. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah, that one's good. I just didn't like the one on Disney XD. What's it called? Was it Wolverine and the X-Men? That one I didn't care for.
No, dude, I love it so much. I'm like considering like I know you got like a tattoo recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy because like ever since I moved here, legit almost like every other person has a tattoo over here. It's crazy. If I got a tattoo, I wouldn't even be like, I'd be like everyone else basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I always thought about it, you know.
Yeah, it was painful.
Well, what you got it on your
I
arm?
didn't I didn't yeah, I didn't cry though or anything, but it was painful.
Hmm. Yeah,
And
because
then it hurts for like the next few days. It's hard to put your shirt on. You're like, oh. But yeah,
you
I
got it on your
probably, yeah, I did. I got on my arm. It was hard to put like my shirt on in the morning. It
arm.
hurt. If I were to get another one, it would probably be a Star Wars one. My two favorite things, DC and then Star Wars.
Yeah, for me, I like debated. I was like, man, if I got one, what would I get? I always thought, I always figured if I ever got one, it would be like a Spider-Man tattoo, like on my back, like the Amazing
Hmm.
Spider-Man logo, right, with the long
Yeah.
legs. I thought that would be kind of cool.
Hmm.
Either that or like an X-Men tattoo, like on my chest, right?
Yeah.
So it's like one of those two. I keep thinking about. I don't know.
Hmm.
I got a quote. The guy told me it'd be like 250. I was like, I'll think about it.
That's how much mine was.
Oh, 250?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, so if I figure I might like that's one that I thought about, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I have to schedule it and I mean I have the money for it. I don't know if I would.
Yeah.
I got it's just something I'd probably think about. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, you showed me a picture too. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I get a lot of compliments.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah. Everyone's like, S stands for hope, man. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, no, if I were to get one though, I'd probably get it like in a place where I could like conceal it because you never know, these days. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Well, I guess I'll get ready for this movie. I'll text you right after, let you know if it's worth going to
yeah, for
see.
sure. Yeah, I'll talk to you later, man.
All right. I'll let you know how it is.
Good.
All right. Bye.
See ya.